What's up, everybody? Welcome to Neighborly Discourse. I am Billy. With me today again is the old man.
Yo.
We're going to go over some, divisional round playoffs. And if we have time, some news of the week or such. Behind the scenes, the old man came in here not fired up, but he's been political talking for the last 5 minutes. So we'll get to it. I know some of you people out there enjoy it. I personally do not, but the show's not for me. This is 140, I think.
Well, most
right?
talk shows, is either sports or politics, right?
Yeah. Which is fun. Like, listen, I'm all for talking about it, but like I can't turn on the TV without someone's bullshit agenda in my face, and it's I assume by design, because I couldn't care less anymore. My attitude before Trump was one day you're going to be dead, none of it matters, and then Trump kind of woke it back up. And now I pay attention, and now the nonsense is everywhere. So now I'm back to, one day I'll be dead, it won't matter anymore.
Yeah, but it'll be matter to your kids and grandkids.
I hate to sound like an asshole, man, but I will not be here, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, there's always something people can do.
Listen, people believe that,
Vote.
I'm not.
Vote.
I'm not against them. I'm not going to give them crap for those thoughts and feelings. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I'm not going to lose any sleep over it anymore. Like, what's the point?
Well, I don't lose sleep over none of this crap.
No, but we talked about it last time. I had to take it out of YouTube before I posted it. But okay, go ahead and vote. What does that mean?
Yeah,
what does that mean anymore? So, the one thing you could do. All right, we're gonna go in the order of the weekend. We're gonna go. Let me see here. Saturday at 4:30 is going to be Jacksonville at Kansas City. Saturday at 8 p.m., the Giants at Philadelphia. Sunday at 3:30, Cincinnati at Buffalo. And Sunday at 6:30, Dallas at San Francisco. So first up, Jags at Kansas City. I mean, it's probably going to be Kansas City.
Probably, but hey.
Jacksonville could be one of those teams where, Cinderella, that kind of stuff.
Every few years you have a team like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Green Bay, I think in Rodgers' year, they were a 6th seed. They won the Super Bowl. I think, look at the Giants did New England back in the day. They were like a 6th seed too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Every once in a while, you get a team that gets hot at the exact right time and boom, goes
But it's
through
like,
everything.
I remember when the Giants did, it was Eli. You knew he was having his interception problems, but at the same time, he could easily go on a run. They had stud receivers. I think Amari Toomer, Plaxico Burress was on that team. Who was their running back? They had like a star. Was it Tiki Barber?
I think he retired the year before, didn't he? Something like that.
All right. Well, I mean, they had, and then you had like Michael Strahan, I believe, was on that team still.
Yeah. He's the one to predict the score, 17-14.
Yeah, you had guys, so to speak. Like here, do you trust, Trevor Lawrence to go on a run? Who's their stud defensive player? They have Josh Allen. He's pretty good. But I mean, the receivers? I mean, Zay Jones, Christian Kirk, are those DJ Chark?
A lot of times, great players are made at this time of the year.
No, that's true. That's a valid point. Everybody who plays in the NFL is a great athlete. They're a great football player. Yes. They're in the NFL. So what defines you is your mental toughness in certain moments. Yes. So can you rise above, or are you going to buckle under the pressure?
And coaching. Both these guys,
they've been there before. They've won before.
These are probably the two best coaches, or not two. Yeah, I say it's probably two best coaches in football.
Yeah,
best on the offensive side.
Offense for sure. Andy Reid for sure.
Reid,
I always rooted for Andy Reid to get a ring because offense-wise, his team was always far and away better than everyone he played. The defense didn't catch up, and he always had issue with quarterback. I know people like Donovan McNabb. He wasn't a superstar. He was serviceable, but he didn't. They also didn't have too many skilled players in Philadelphia at the time. He gets over here. He's got a mobile quarterback, a tight end who can catch anything. The fastest all-around team for the last 5-6 years. I mean, it's hard to compete against.
And I read the other day that after the Bears, they play the most rookies.
Yeah.
Mahomes is the old man on the team.
I know, right? 25 years or something like that. Yeah, that's crazy. So for the season, Lawrence has 4,100 pass yards to Mahomes 5,200. Top running back Isaiah Pacheco for the Chiefs is 830 total yards rushing. Etienne has 1,100. And then receiving-wise, Christian Kirk, 1,100 yards receiving to Travis Kelce's 1,300 yards receiving.
You have to stop Kelsey.
Yeah. Because they play a zone offense where all those guys have to do is find the open spot, and all of them are fast enough to stop and start as if they're just catching the ball in stride. Pacheco, McKinnon, Kelsey's not a speed guy, but he'll just barrel you over.
He's pretty fast for a tight end, though.
But I'm talking stop and start speed.
Oh, yeah.
Like, those guys can catch it, turn, and they're already running a 4-1. Like, they're that quick off the start, Pacheco and McKinnon.
Kelsey, he grabs the ball, and he's going that way.
Yeah.
Because he ain't going to go try to zook down.
Yeah, he's going down.
Gets the ball, and he goes to the end zone or towards the end zone.
Injuries here, Shaquille Griffin, Kalavian Chassain, Ben Barch, at least they show injuries for the Jaguars. For the Chiefs, Edward Hilaire, Miko Holdman, Blake Bell. I mean, those guys have been injured pretty much.
I wonder when they list injuries, is that everybody on the team are the starters? They're supposed to be playing.
I don't know. These guys have been out. Like, Miko Hardman's been out for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this guy Blake Bell's not. I don't believe played for a little bit.
I think if they can get them home, just keep them in.
Yeah. Let me see here. Let me see here. Over under is 53.
Really?
And 53, and Kansas City is favored by 8.5 points. As of right now.
That's 2 scores.
8.5 points, yep. I mean, I'm probably going to go Chiefs on this one. Like, points scored per game, Chiefs are first, Jacksonville's 10th. Yards per game, Jacksonville is 10th, Chiefs are first.
Yeah.
Same with passing yards per game, first and 10th. Points per game, Jacksonville is 12th with 20.6, and points against. Points against. The Chiefs are 16 with 21.7. So a point 21, 22 allowed per game.
I think a lot of Chiefs come at the beginning of the year, and then Jackson came at the end of the year.
Yeah. I mean, everything is pretty much equal as far as, they say, the Jacksonville scores an average of 29.2 to the Jaguars' 23.8. So both allow around the same, but Jacksonville scores about 6-7 more points.
Kansas City.
Kansas City, yeah. Oh, it's colors in my face.
They're the highest. Are they the highest scorer?
I believe so. Yeah, no, they've been both go back and forth. And then here that shows their last few games. Jacksonville's won them all, including the playoffs. Same with Kansas City, they've won them all. So they're on 2, 4, 5-game win streaks as far as both schedules show here. I'm going to go. I think Kansas City is going to win. I would love to see Jacksonville go, but I'm probably going to pick. I'm going to pick Kansas City in this one for sure.
I'm pretty sure too. Unless something drastic happens.
Yeah, unless they have one of these games where you can't miss anything, they're going to need one of those lucky games. I would say Jacksonville would need.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they've played them before. If they played this season or not, I don't see it up here.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see their schedule here. They only show the last 5 games.
Well, I don't think they played that division.
Yeah, they lost November 13th at Kansas City. Jacksonville lost 27-17.
What date?
November 13th. And then after
the season?
And then they had a bye week, and then Jacksonville lost 1 game since their bye week to Detroit 40-14. Other than that, they've won.
In Detroit probably too, huh?
Yeah, at Detroit. Since then, they've won 7 straight. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 7. They've won 7 out of 8 since they lost to Kansas City. So they hit their stride.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. So, yeah, but as for right now, it's going to be Kansas City.
Chiefs.
All right, next up. Let me see here. It's easy to keep track of the time when I cut this video up. The next one, Giants at Philadelphia. I mean, I have a hard time thinking Philadelphia is going to win this game. I think the Giants are going to beat them.
Yeah.
I do.
Hurts hurt?
He came back, played the last game of the season, didn't run at all.
2 weeks ago, though.
His passes were a little bit erratic. Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago. Maybe he get another rest in. Maybe get his mind right. Don't be afraid.
Well, I think it was ankle, wasn't it, or something? He was hurt. He didn't play a few games.
Yeah, he was out for a few. Yeah, he was out for a few. But I don't know, man. Over-under is 48.
And they're by 7.5, right, or something?
7.5. Eagles are favored by 7.5.
1-score game.
Stats: Daniel Jones 3,200 pass yards. Eagles: Jalen Hurts 3,700 pass yards. Rushing: Saquon Barkley 1,300. Miles Sanders 1,200, almost 1,300. And receivers: Slayton 700 yards to A.J. Brown almost 1,500 yards. Injuries: Waylon Robinson, Nick Williams, Azeez Quajari. One's on injury reserve for the Giants. For Philadelphia, Dallas Goedert, Marlon Tibbetupaloo, and Avonte Maddox. They're all on IR. So these don't seem to be the best injuries that they're showing here. Points scored: Eagles are third in the league with 28. Giants are 15th in the league with 21.5. Defense.
That's a touchdown.
Yeah, defense. The Eagles give up 20.2. Giants give up 21.8.
Pretty even there.
Pretty even. So, I mean.
And they probably played almost the same schedule.
Yeah.
Maybe
so their last few games, Eagles beat the Giants on January 8th, 22-16. Yeah, they both came into the postseason, well, including last week.
The Philadelphia beat Giants both times this year, I guess?
Let me see. I believe so. They're undefeated for the first
11.
X amount of games, yeah.
Well, they ended up losing one, didn't they?
They beat the Giants 48-22 on December 11th, and they beat them again on January 8th, 22-16.
Getting closer.
You're getting closer. But I think Daniel Jones right now, if he can keep, like my buddy Frank is a huge Giants fan, and we were texting our group chat during the week, and like as long as Daniel Jones keeps the turnovers in control, he'll be fine. And he said he only had 5 interceptions all season, which was strange because he's known as a turnover machine, a bonehead play guy. So maybe he got bailed out on a few of them. I'm not really sure, but his ability to run, and we talked last week, and pass the ball accurately.
Yes.
That's a true dual threat. That could be a problem for some teams.
But all the get a different coach in there, man. They can coach up quarterbacks or whatever.
I mean, I was never really a Brian Daboll guy coming from Buffalo because he ran Josh Allen way too much. And even here, I'm surprised he's not listed as the number 1 running back with Daniel Jones. He has, I think, almost 1,000 yards rushing, 800 yards rushing. And they're not breakdown run plays. Those are almost, I would say, 70% are design runs. Yeah. I'm not a fan of that.
I don't care for that, especially the way he can pass.
Yeah, and he's not looking to get out of bounds. He's like Josh Allen, the lower the shoulder, run you over type player, which is cool to get your team going. But one wrong hit, and that's it.
Hey, if it's the player that win a Super Bowl, I agree with it. But other than that, go out of bounds, go down.
So I mean, all the stats, all the whatever. The Giants right now look like they're in it. They have momentum, and the Eagles, to me, don't. They think they did well.
The Eagles have the long ball, though, man.
They do. I don't
know how the defense is, but they have that long ball, Philadelphia, and they can really go. The Giants, like I say, they may keep them down. Who knows? I mean,
more sacks. Eagles are number 1 in the league.
Yeah.
Sacks. They're number 1 pass yards per game. They've only allowed 180 to where the Giants have allowed 214. Time of possession is identical. Well, 30.31 to 30.33 time of possession. So they're 11 and 12. Rush yards per game, 147 to 148. Eagles. Passing yards per game, Eagles are 241. The Giants are 185. So that's a big difference there. And again, the points are what really matters. It's a 7-point difference. I don't know, man. I still think that they're gonna beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but because I mean I don't know who the Eagles play this. I mean you can only play who you can play.
But they both played probably the same schedule.
Yeah, that is right. They probably did.
Maybe one team different or something.
Yeah, like they beat Washington, beat Jacksonville, beat Arizona, beat Dallas, lost to Dallas, beat Pittsburgh, beat Houston, beat Detroit in the last play of the game. They lost to Miami. That's preseason. I'm sorry. Beat the Giants a few times, beat Tennessee, beat Green Bay. I mean, they all play the same teams. They beat nobody teams, but head-to-head, they lost twice. Yeah. The Giants did to Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's hard.
I don't know, man. I think the Giants are going to pull it out. I mean, I thought Jacksonville could do better. Then I decided against Jacksonville, and they ended up winning on a crazy game. I don't know, but they're playing at Philadelphia, though.
Of the playoffs, these are the two teams I've seen the least, probably.
Yeah.
The Giants, I don't remember seeing them at all, really. I saw a game, maybe.
Yeah, the only reason we see some of them is because of red zone.
Yeah, red zone.
We start red zone, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to probably go with Giants here.
I'm going home team, I think.
Yeah. I'll probably go Giants on this one.
I'd like to see Philadelphia. They haven't won nothing really.
When it comes to betting, you would say you got to bet with your head, not with your heart. Like I still think the momentum at the end of the season, and I think they did beat the last team they beat was the Giants with what's his name coming back. Let me verify that.
Yeah.
Because that was the last game of the season for them. Yeah. So Hurts came back, won 22-16. Versus the Giants. I'm not sure if the Giants had anybody going, if they could move up or down in the standings at that time. But I just remember what I saw from Hurts. He was not running. He was sliding a lot as opposed to where he'd be taking off on the side. Yeah. He was dropping down. It could just be mentally preparing himself. I'm going through the playoffs. There's no need. I've already won the division.
Yeah,
I'm already top
won,
seed. Yeah. Do I need to go kill myself?
I'm just playing here to get because you missed 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You're the first seed, so you can miss another week.
Yeah. Let me get fresh a little bit.
Get some play in there.
Okay. All right. I mean, look,
that's important, I think.
I could see that. All right. Next up here, Cincinnati at Buffalo. This one, we keep texting about the line keeps changing. It was 4.5. Buffalo favored 4.5, then 5, now 5.5.
What's surprising me, I would think this would be the closest game.
Well, right now it is 5.5. The other two were 8.5, and I think
they're 3.5. I think.
Dallas and San Francisco. Well, I mean, we'll see how that goes. They're probably putting a lot of stock in quarterback, the rookie against a decent defense that Dallas has.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure they're taking the fact that it's Dak versus the best defense in the league. But we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
But here, over under 45.5 for Buffalo, Cincinnati. The spread, Buffalo's favored by 5.5 points. Pass yards, Burrow 44.75 to Josh Allen's almost 4,300. Rushing, Mixon 814 to Singletary 819. Receiving, Jamar Chase 1,046 to Stephon Diggs 1,429. Chase did miss a few weeks. And then injuries here. Again, I'm looking. These aren't guys that I've heard IR. They're all on IR, so there's no need to talk about them. So I'm not sure why they're showing these as guys, because we know the left tackle.
The betting line, man, they show everything they can show, the NFL.
Yeah, but you should note the left tackle is out. This is the tight end, LS. I don't know what the hell that is. Left safety? I have no idea. I've not even seen that before.
I don't know.
But he's been out since 9/12, so these aren't the most up-to-date. Points scored, Buffalo was second with 28.8 to the 7th, Bengals 26.1. Points allowed, Buffalo's allowed 17.9, second in the league. Bengals have allowed 20.1, fifth in the league. Total yards per game, Buffalo 397.6 is second to the Bengals 8th, 36.5. Interceptions, Buffalo has more. Time of possession, the Bengals are second. Buffalo is 19th, 29-51 to 32-15. So Buffalo doesn't hold the ball as often, which they're either scoring very quickly
I think they score
or a whole bunch
quickly,
of 3 and outs going deep in every play, which again is a problem.
Well, I think a lot of these are going to start on Buffalo's defense. If they can get everybody gets the Burrows, but he gets sacked 5-6 times a game, and they still win.
Yeah, so it's all going to be.
So if they can keep them up, maybe 1 or 2 sacks.
They're going to have to score Buffalo. Rush yards per game, Buffalo was 7th in the league with 140 yards per game. I mean, I don't see it. They seem to not run the ball when they need to. It's a lot of Josh Allen breaking 30 at a time when the play breaks down.
That's part of their running game, too, though. He probably averages, 50, 60 yards a game?
I don't know. I don't know if it's on here or not. I'll look and see. Going into the end of the season, they won their games, including playoff games, 5 straight. So, I mean, there's no doubt in that. I would say the NFL absolutely loves this game. Damar Hamlin may be on the field. You had the 2 teams that were played when the thing happened. I can see them all at the 50-yard line, one big giant prayer circle or hug circle with DeMar Hamlin in the middle, and the NFL will love it. It's the best story right now in the NFL.
Oh, yeah. NFL loves that crap. People love that crap like that.
People love it. They're going to have, and again, you have the
guy dies, now he's walking around, hey.
Against the same team and a chance to get to the final round of the playoffs for the Super Bowl. I mean, the only difference would be the Super Bowl or the championship game, but here you are. It happened what could have, because it was 7-3 when it happened. All you're going to hear, at least leading up to it, let's see how this game would have played out. It was 7-3 when it happened. Cincinnati was moving. Buffalo went down and stalled out with the field goal, which I see on every time we talk about Buffalo. The first two drives, they're getting a field goal that should get a touchdown, or they're going to get a turnover. And they're going to let the other team, the first series or two, or the first drive or two, they're going to score. It's a guarantee. But then Buffalo goes and blows them out most of the time, and the other team gets a junk touchdown at the end of the game.
Yeah.
But Buffalo's not playing, Houston or Tennessee or these teams.
Oh, no.
They're playing the Bengals, which to me is the most well-rounded team right now.
I think you have really. I mean, they talk about these guys get these crazy numbers because most teams in the NFL ain't that good. For me, you have four: Buffalo, Kansas City, Cincinnati, and then 49ers. Philadelphia,
but even Buffalo. I'm a huge Bills fan, but without Josh Allen, I don't think if you put anybody else in there,
I don't know.
They're still going to put up those numbers and do that well. I really don't know if they would. They have many silly plays.
I think Josh Allen has to start letting the team play with him.
I agree.
I think Allen bought into this stuff that he's the team. If you go, like it's me, if I don't, if you go back to the greats, they always tell you, oh, man, offensive line's great, man.
Yeah.
They did, I think he bought into, and a lot of these quarterbacks, it's a damn team sport. Quarterbacks, they make a big difference. To me, it's the coaching and the system.
Yeah, can you put the players in a position to win?
Because I've said this even before Bill Walsh. Quarterbacks are made by the systems. Look at Brady. When Brady first went to Tampa Bay, they sucked. I think the first few games were like 50-50. Then he put New England's offense back into it for him on most of it.
Yeah. I'm looking at Josh Allen's yards. They don't show his rush yards, but they do show those.
But he has to get like 50 yards.
But they do show those 14 interceptions he has this year, which is a big problem.
Especially in playoffs.
He's not fumbled this year, it looks like.
Well, he fumbled last week.
Yeah, but I've seen him fumble, so I'm not sure whether these are counting.
Maybe lost fumbles.
Regular season.
Maybe lost fumbles too, though.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's fumbled and fumbles lost.
Oh.
They're 0-0, except it doesn't make any sense because that was at the Miami game when he fumbled and lost it inside the 10-yard line. So I'm just trying to see his run-wise, but still.
He had to calm down. Just play the game. You have great players around you. Let them play.
And listen, I'm with it. When you see your guy streaking down the sideline wide open, go deep, but you got to hit it once. But it seems like all the time they're going deep.
Look who's calling them play. That's Dorsey. You ever see Dorsey in college? That ball's all over the damn place.
No, I know
that's what he does. He loves throwing that ball.
And that's a problem because I think Ken Dorsey played in the 2001
one of the greatest teams of all time. It
has to be It has to be. Like, more than half the team's in the Hall of Fame.
And
he's trying to live vicariously through Josh Allen. Let me get this ball out there. Like, I'm sorry, bro, you got to calm this shit down. You had the great running backs we got a good one here. Singletary's not bad. James Cook is getting better and better. Calm it down. I'm off of the big play once in a while.
Yeah.
But set up the run.
If it's 3rd and 7, don't go 40.
God, and they go 30. They go 70. They don't go. I wish it would go 40. They go 70 on 3rd and 10.
Keep the ball, kill the clock, score the points.
That's
how you win the games.
And the coaching last week, we talked about it at the office this week because the other guy working in my office is a Bills fan. It's like, why is it? And same thing, 4th and 9, 0 on the clock. Why are you not telling the umpire, hey, it's zeros? Why are you calling a timeout? Like I heard he had said that it was they thought
the defense wasn't right or something. Right?
Yeah, it was something. But he said he thought it was 4th and 1, or he thought it was.
That was the Miami coach.
Thought it was 1st and goal.
He thought
1st and 10.
He don't know if he heard it from his headphones or from the referee in front of him.
I think he might have heard that from you then.
1st and 10. But
yeah,
no,
so I still haven't heard an explanation on why Buffalo went out there and said, "Hey, let's give them an extra chance."
Yeah.
4th and 9. What are you doing? God. But here, I'm gonna go Buffalo for sure for my favorite team, and I do think Buffalo is capable of beating bad teams good teams easily. It's the teams they should destroy. They end up screwing around. They have a certain thing that where they know they have to win, they just kind of keep going. Yeah, maybe Cincinnati keeps it a game, but not say. I don't think Buffalo's going to blow them out. But maybe it's point for point, touchdown for touchdown. And Buffalo has to keep their foot on the gas, and they do well with that. They have a hard time keeping the lead because they still want to bombs away 30-0, and that doesn't make sense.
No.
I'm going Buffalo here for sure.
Yeah, probably Buffalo, yeah.
Is that 25? Yeah, I think Buffalo here is going to be Buffalo here. Like I said, favorite team and looking at home, got the story. If the emotions get too much of them, who knows what could happen. But I think Buffalo here is going to take this one.
Calm down, Josh Allen. That's it. Just play the game.
Yeah, man. All right. Sunday night, Dallas at San Francisco.
I got to apologize to Dak. I'm not a Dak fan. I think he's overrated, but he played probably the best game as a quarterback did this weekend.
Yeah.
Purdy's pretty close to him, but Dak, five touchdowns he was counted for. He even hit guys who go across the field in stride, which he usually don't.
Yeah. And he came to play, man. We watched some of it, and I was drifting in and out tired-wise. So I was going to lay down. I was check the phone from time to time, and it was another touchdown, another touchdown.
He did great, man. I tell you.
We do a fantasy playoff league, and one of the guys, Jeff, he has Dak on his team. And I'm like, when he picked him, I was like, oh, come on, Jeff, you've one and done. You're losing a player right now. And then wake up and see 4 touchdowns, a rushing touchdown. I was like, holy hell, man, Dak went off last night.
He did good.
Now is it going to be his one? He was.
I think the problem with Dallas is they win a game. Okay, we can go win them all.
Yeah.
And another thing about Dallas, Jerry Jones, he's going to want credit for it if they go to win.
Oh yeah.
So he's going to do something.
Even
though it's funny, he's the one to put the defense together. These are his players he drafted. He's a GM.
Yeah.
He drafted them players. And that defense played great.
No, their defense is good.
That number 55,
really
whatever his name is, number 55. Because he didn't play in a while.
Whatever his name is.
That was his first game back in a while.
Listen, their defense is good. They play in a tough division. Dak, I would put Dak in the top 16, not in the lower half of the league, but I wouldn't put him in the top 10.
Oh, no.
To me, he'd be. Then again, if you start breaking it down, like who would you put in there? Because I can only think of maybe 3 or 4 stud quarterbacks. You know what I mean? But
I would take ahead of Dak, or more than that.
Well, no, I would say that he wouldn't make the top 10, but he's not in the lower half of the league either. I wouldn't put him 16 and under.
The middle 10.
Yeah, the second-tier guys.
Yeah.
Low, back-end second-tier or first or the third-tier guys.
Because he'll play a great game, and then he plays dumb. No quarterback had the perfect game.
No.
But you see him do something stupid. What the hell is he doing?
Yeah. I mean, I like Dak. I hope he does well, but at the same time, once Buffalo wins the Super Bowl, then my mind, like when Manning retired, I was off for Brady, watching the old guys do their thing. Once Buffalo wins the Super Bowl, then, hey, I want to see Dak get one. I want to see this guy get one. But until then,
you want Buffalo to get 2?
I want him to get 4. Balance it back out.
Get 8. Take them over Brady.
Dallas is right now -4. I could see that. I'm down for that.
that moved because that was -3.5.
Yeah, -4. San Francisco is favored -4. The over/under is 46.
This is probably the best game of the weekend, probably. Because I think the defenses on these teams, offenses, they do good.
Yeah.
The defense, they're going to.
For the season, Dak at 28, 60. It shows Jimmy Garoppolo up here, so he's not really counting. Tony Pollard, 1,000 rush yards. Christian McCaffrey, 746. CeeDee Lamb, almost 1,400 to Brandon Ayuk, 1,000 receiving yards. So, I mean, a lot of change as far as how their offense goes with Brock Purdy. Yeah. I was listening to the Bustin' with the Boys podcast, and somebody was talking about, like, look at, like, Purdy, he has fake success. They were showing me tape. They're showing me things. He misses a lot of this. He misses a lot of that, which is great.
You want misses? Watch Mahomes from up top.
But missing is a different story because we're watching. Like, so the guy, Taylor Lewan, he's telling this. The guy's showing, like, the game tape. Look at this miss. Look at that miss. But then I'm thinking to myself, but I'm actually watching the game.
Yeah.
Who doesn't miss
That's with Mahomes,
passes.
same thing. If you watch him, there's a lot of guys open. He forces the ball into triple coverage, and the guy over there is wide open.
But with Purdy, he's a rookie.
Yeah, he's learning.
Mr. Irrelevant in a very high-pressured situation. But again, I'm watching the game. He's not missing much. Their offense is better now than with Garoppolo.
Than ever been, probably since Montana.
Yeah, so I get where people say, oh, they're trying to break him down, like, oh, he's not the greatest thing ever. No one is saying he is. But the offense has gotten significantly better in the last 5 weeks than with Purdy than with Garoppolo. Yeah. And I like Garoppolo.
Oh, so do I.
But this guy plays a lot more effortlessly.
I think Garoppolo, he's like Rodgers, his head is not fully in the game all the time.
Well, here, points scored, 26.5, sixth place 49ers to 27.5, fourth place or fourth ranked Dallas. Total yards per game, 365 to 355. Dallas is 11th to San Francisco's 5th place. Pass yards are identical. Well, excuse me, they're 13th and 14th, separated by 10 yards. Rushes, 138 to 135, 8 and 9 to San Francisco. Time of possession, San Francisco was third with 31, almost 32 minutes. Dallas is 23rd with 29, almost 30 minutes. So 2 minutes separate them, but they're separated by 20.
I know,
Yeah. Interceptions, first is San Francisco. Seventh is the Cowboys. Sacks, Dallas is third to San Francisco, seventh. Rush yards allowed per game. San Francisco's only allowed 77. The Cowboys have allowed 130. That's a big difference. And then points, yards per game, San Francisco's first, 300 to 330 for Dallas. And points per game, first in the league is San Francisco, allowing only 16, and Dallas is fifth, allowing only 20. And then, the end for Purdy, he's not lost a game since he started. Dallas lost to Jacksonville December 18th, lost to Washington, but they were in and out of – that's the last game of the season, so they weren't really stressing it.
They were playing, though, weren't they? Because
Dak
played, because they were talking about how bad Dak played that game.
I don't know if he played the whole game, though.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either. I honestly can't remember, but – Purdy, he won straight through. He's doing fine.
Could they move up? No, right?
I don't know.
Because they were, if they were in most divisions, they would have been the division winner.
Who?
Dallas. They were like 10 and 11.
I don't know if they could have 11 moved up. They were the division winner. No, Philadelphia was one.
Yeah. Dallas was the best by far.
I think they might have been locked in because I don't think Giants could have moved around. And they were ahead of the Giants.
Yeah.
So I think they might have been locked in.
They had the Giants. Who was the wild card team?
Maybe they knew Dak is due for a bad game. Do it now. Get it out of the way because he did great against Tampa Bay. Here I'm going to go San Francisco. Like I don't see many teams beating San Francisco in the NFC.
Neither do I. But Dallas, the Parsons, I don't know how Purdy is under pressure, but that Parsons, he's going to put him under pressure.
Oh yeah. I mean, you see what defense.
My guy comes from every place. See, I think the Bosa, they're at one end, maybe six, but that part he comes from any place, up the middle, on the ends, everything. Sometimes he'd be walking around and then take off.
Well, they won 10, 11 straight now. They beat the Rams, they beat the Chargers, beat Arizona, beat New Orleans, Miami, Tampa Bay, Seattle, Washington, Vegas, Arizona, Seattle. So I mean, again, you can only play who you can play.
Well, there's a few playoff teams here, though.
Yeah, they're scoring 41, 38, 37, 37, 21-13 December 15th against Seattle. At Seattle, and then 35-33. Yeah, I think Purdy came in the Tampa Bay game, right?
I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, I was the first start, and Brady's like 300 and something start.
Yeah, so they're 35.
That was his first start. I don't know when he came in, but that was his first start, was Tampa Bay.
All right, well, then maybe because if he came in the Miami game, they scored 33 points, 35 against Tampa Bay, 21 Seattle, a Thursday night, but then from there, 37 up to the rest of the season. So they're scoring points on that team. And it's in my opinion, it's something to do with the quarterback. They're free with him, man. I don't know what it is.
And he steps up. Garoppolo's problem, he goes back all around. That's why he got hurt in New England.
Yeah.
Instead of going, Brady's greatest thing is he goes up very few times. He'll go outside of the tackles.
When these guys climb the pocket, they're going to be dangerous passers.
Yeah.
The best play last week in the San Francisco game was the one Ayuk dropped in the corner.
Yeah.
I mean, Purdy was zigzagging around, ducking people, rolled out on a rope, hit the guy literally standing in the pylon, right in his hands, right here at his chest, and he drops it.
If they win the Super Bowl and start something, that would have been the catch play.
Oh, yeah, this is what,
that started it, yeah. That was a great play, but the drop.
Yeah, I'm taking San Francisco here.
Yeah,
-4.
too,
I mean, 1 point. I think they're going to beat them straight up.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be an easy one. Well, I say easy.
And if Dallas loses, I hope they show, because Jerry Jones the other night, they must show him 20 times.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, God, they show him all the, I don't know, the women in there high-fiving and stuff and hugging and every play.
I mean, this is the one you can see. I mean, Dallas is Dallas. They can come out and score,
Yes.
or they can come out flat. Like, they are that kind of a team. They'll find a way to Dallas it up.
Well, I think Dallas is probably top 5 team.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But at the same time, they come out and got skunked. You
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
be surprised. Like, they would find a way to
Stink up the place.
Completely, yeah.
That's their history since Troy Aikman was
Yeah, because, I mean, it's Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones. He just put his nose in everything. Like I said, though, he built a good team.
Well, we'll see what happens. All right, that's it. That is a divisional round. We are in agreement with all of the teams with, Kansas City, Buffalo, and San Francisco. Right now, I'm on the fence with the Giants.
So am I.
I think they're – oh, yeah, okay. So
I'm on the fence, Giants, too, yeah.
Like, if it came, gun to your head type thing, okay, at home, the number 1 seed, sure. But given time to think about it.
How many times does that happen where some nobody comes in there and knocks off either the Super Bowl or the championship? I
mean, you can pick your cliche out of a hat. How hard it is to beat a team 3 times in a season. This team, they're coming out flat. They had a bye week. Let's see what happens. Like, you can pick anything.
Yeah.
But the Giants have hit their stride at the right time, same as they won the Super Bowl a few years back. Who knows what could happen. But this is the divisional round. Again, we have Kansas City beating Jacksonville, Buffalo beating Cincinnati, San Francisco beating Dallas, and currently on the fence between Philadelphia and the Giants. What can happen? You play the odds. The best team in the conference will win, or are the Giants hitting their stride at the right time? We shall see.
We shall see.
But that is the NFL Playoff Divisional preview. And we got about 10 more minutes before, so you can get your political stuff.
Okay. Let's get the Biden thing in there. These documents. I think a lot people are thinking that it's has to do with China and all. I think a lot of it is why there's no log of people going there to this. He goes to the home almost every weekend. I think what they're hiding is the doctors that are there. I think a lot of this stuff is about doctors, his mental state and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Not just people say, he's China. Oh, we don't know. He did sell to China because China put like $50-something million into his little. He has one of those things too, or like the Clinton Initiative, whatever.
Oh, like foundation.
And it just started up, and China already has $54 million in there for him.
Yeah, like it's. I understand if you want to be a diehard liberal and you want to not pay attention to the facts, but if you only watch this news, you don't really. You're going to think people like us telling you China's bought the Bidens, that they're selling out. You're going to think we're crazy. But if it's coming at you in all directions, wouldn't you at least want to know? Yeah, why do these people keep saying this? Like, if people keep telling me that Trump is doing this, I want to know, is Trump really doing that or not?
Now, I want to know too. Yeah, I want to know.
But these people refuse to want to know if Biden is a scumbag, if all these people are bad people.
Not only that, they want to cover it up.
Yeah, they don't want you to know about it.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to get to in the conspiracy corner, but the very first podcast, the first 5 Steve and I did, it was back in August or July of 20, was Scapegoat Joe. They're going to push their agenda through Joe Biden as much as they can. And the second they get true, we're done, fight back, push back from the people from the country, here comes Joe's crazy. That is what I think is happening now. They want to get Kamala Harris in there, even if it's for a month. They want to be able to hang their hat on, look what we did. Yeah, they only care about look what we did, not about substance. So I think these documents, I've played a clip where Biden bragged about blackmailing the Ukrainian prosecutor to stop
$1 billion.
Yeah, stop harassing
and
my
Obama
people. Or guess what? We all knew about it. It's on YouTube. He comes out and says it. I told him, hey, man, you don't do this for me, I'm cutting your funding.
No, the guy said, well, you're not in charge. He goes, well, call the guy in charge. He had to call. He has to ask.
Oh, of course.
He had to ask Obama. He had to.
Of course, but that's the thing.
And Obama said, oh, no. Yeah. They're all, from the Clintons all the way up there.
Yeah.
They're all crooks. And it's hard for Republicans to be crooks. If they're crooks, they'll be taken out by the press or whatever.
Not unless they're part of the team. What do they call the uniparty?
But still, how long are you part of the team for? Because you see these votes, they're on party line. Hey.
Well, no, you're part, but still, it's kind of like
a swamp, yeah.
Behind closed doors. All right, I'm going to go say this, you say this, that, and the other. we'll see what happens, And then the liberals are cannibals. They will eat each other alive when they need to. They're going to go after the low hanging fruit.
But
will not this conservative
they form a
down.
bond too,
But I'm saying until there's nothing left to take.
Yeah.
So they'll knock out this conservative who's 100% conservative, this person who's 70% conservative, this person 50, 30 on down. So all the conservatives are gone. Now this liberal, well, they're like 10% liberal, but they're 30% this. All right, take them out first until there's only them left, and they're going to go nuts. They're going to devour themselves, and I believe that's how they operate.
There are a lot of them, though.
There are a lot of them, but you saw they used the Cuomos until they didn't need them anymore. Yep. They're gone. Yeah. So I mean, there's a bunch of them out there.
They're all gone.
Yeah, they used them. They bought them up. Now, I mean, what do you?
But if you look at a lot of this stuff, a lot of these people in politics, they're married to people who in the news.
Yeah. No,
I mean, you see the big picture. It's like a lot of them are just intertwined with each other. See where Clever got a teaching job was at Columbia, I think.
I did see some of that.
Teacher.
Yeah.
And they asked the students last night on one of their shows. One guy started laughing his head off.
I don't know, man. Like she's.
This is how they funnel money to these people.
Oh, I know. It's all like we've. One of the very first conspiracy things we did was higher education. Like you don't need a degree to be a manager. You don't need a degree to go do half the jobs that are out there.
More than half, probably.
You need a degree to learn the law, to be an officer, a lawyer, a doctor, things that require an insane amount of focus and intelligence stored in your brain at any given time. Most jobs you don't need, but where they fund the schools, they give the loans, you pay the loans back with triple the interest, you get indoctrinated to hate America. It's a perfect cycle, and it's through education.
And you think about this, about the school loans and stuff. You never hear any politician ever say, "Hey, Mr. College, why are you charging so much?"
Because they
see,
it's a deal. Like I said,
here's how it works. You have so much money. It's like housing. If the government gives you money to buy a house prices go up.
Yeah,
because the market's out there. In college, we're going to give people money for college. Well, if there's 10 seats only, and 9 people want them, the price is down.
Yeah.
11 people want them, the price goes up until one person drops out.
I know, but I'm saying the government funds the schools. The schools raise the rates. The government gives the kids the loans for the schools to pay the school, which is funded by the government. The loans get paid back to the government with all the interest.
Obama set that up.
It's indoctrination, and they're making billions of dollars off it, saying, "Hey, you need a degree to go work at the local grocery store to be a grocery store manager." No, you don't.
No.
That's why they got rid of vocational. You can't force someone to get a degree to go fix an AC, fix a refrigerator, fix a TV repair guy, all that kind of stuff. They got rid of that. They can't control that. So, hey, you need a degree to go do anything. Pay $200,000 for it. And pay us back $400,000 for it, and then don't go find a job. Then come to us for government assistance, and now we control your life. That's exactly how this higher education is set up in America.
Money for to control everybody.
Oh, hell yeah, man! You control. Like again, I've done conspiracy theory stuff on schools. They got rid of PE. Why? In young ages, so kids stop exercising. In elementary school, to grow up and get fat and lazy, need government assistance for your health care, government assistance for your job, because you're too fat to go out and do anything.
Yeah.
They've started elementary taking away health so you can grow up and be lazy and depend on the government because you can't go and do anything because you can't fit into society anymore.
Years ago, they started stuff at college.
No, I know that.
Some got the idea. No, let's get not only elementary, now it's with that PK free. It's all 4 years old. That's when they get you there. Now, someone figured out, no. College, half the kids are already this is bullshit. But if you can get them at 4 years old.
Themselves, no parents paying attention. Parents still pay. The best thing that ever happened with COVID is people came home.
Yes.
And you could see.
What the hell's on that?
I mean, Joe Rogan talked about it. He's like, I'm watching my kids talk about all the CRT stuff. Like, what the hell is this? This is what they're teaching in school? And then from there, other people started posting it. And now the school's like, well, listen, you can't tell us what to do. You got caught with your pants down. Now we're telling you what to do. And they're fighting against the parents. You don't tell us what to teach.
Not only that,
kids.
if you disagree with them, you're a domestic terrorist.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
That's why the Patriot Act was to be abolished. It was supposed to be you heard certain words coming from over there that you can investigate.
Yeah.
Now, if a teacher, if a mom says, "Hey, school board, you're crazy," she's a terrorist. Get her out of here.
Then they come in and the officers, whoever, I'm just following orders. I'm listening. I'm all for you doing your job, but
So do the Nazis.
yeah, that's the biggest thing that the liberals will say too. Well, they just followed orders, but you're doing the exact same thing. The people you are putting into your enforcement team are just following orders. Either they're stupid and don't see the similarities, or they see it and trust that the people they're pushing it on are stupid and don't see the similarities.
That's why government people have such a good pension plan. If you don't follow the rules, okay, we're taking it away from you.
Yeah, they dangle the carrot. They dangle the carrot. You got to chase that carrot.
Yes, chase that carrot. Chase that money. Biden. But I think what they're after is Biden, because he says they didn't want him to run. That's what I hear. They don't want him to run, so that's why they're doing this to him.
But again, they're doing it to him. I don't think people realize that.
Oh, yeah.
And what's going to happen is when it comes out that all of this horrible stuff has happened, the liberals are going to buy it up. They're going to say, well, this is all new. He wasn't like this before. They'll turn on Biden, and they will not admit that he's been a scumbag his entire career.
40 years he's been
They will not admit. They'll just say, oh, only because he's demented and people got a hold of him, they took advantage of him. They'll still not hold him accountable.
They'll get hold of accountable anyhow.
That's my point, though. They will still buy any story given to them while the corruption is running rampant in their face. They'll still say, yeah, but he was old and demented and someone took advantage of him, so we'll just get him out of here and we'll start anew. They'll never realize that they've been lied to their entire lives.
I know.
Like Republicans know we're lied to sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, just what lies big enough to pay attention to?
Richard Nixon, to this day, is the most popular president in our history. No one even knows that. He won by more than anybody ever won. And what happened to him? They took him out in 2 years. Watergate, Watergate was 4 of the Reagan guys were CIA guys. They know all this stuff now.
Well,
they took him down.
It's now. Nobody cares now. So 30 years from now, they'll talk about Biden and say, oh, yeah, but no one cares. That was back then. Look at us
but Nixon
doing it
had
now.
to quit and stuff. Or whatever.
Well, still, the point, I wasn't around back then. But
Nixon did not want Ford neither.
Well, that's so they
the government put Ford in there.
Well, they put Biden's in there now for whatever reasons.
But at least he was supposedly elected. Ford was appointed by.
Well, I don't think Biden wanted Harris.
No,
I don't think anybody wanted Harris. But you got to look the part. And I was thinking about that. I'm trying to find a way to do this quick little video. These reels are shorts.
And somebody dumber than he is. People think.
No, she's an idiot.
People think. Yeah, if we get rid of Biden, what do we have?
Oh, no, insurance. And up until Pelosi left, all these people impeached Biden. Yeah, but next is Kamala Harris. After her is Pelosi. What do you want?
Not no more, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. You had the best insurance policy ever. Each crazy backed up by another crazy.
See, the problem is that he can't take out Biden and Harris at the same time. If they could, McCarthy would be the president.
Oh, yeah, they won't do it now.
No, because Biden goes out, the vice president goes in there.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it's a vice president. Then the speaker.
With Nixon, they took out the vice president first. Then they got Nixon.
Yeah.
They wanted their guy.
Bro, it's scummy, man. Like the We the People stuff, that's like there's
unfortunately most of that's probably bullshit nowadays.
No, it is.
I'm talking
we
about
believe
the election
it,
and stuff.
But we can't go we can only vote and hope everything goes the right way and go from there. I don't know what to tell you, man. There's a lot of I saw a video the other day. It was a guy saying, "You want Trump or DeSantis?" And the guy started laughing. It's like he goes Trump. Because why not DeSantis? Because I love DeSantis. I would love DeSantis in there. Great politician. What we need now is not a politician.
We need somebody to blow the place up.
We need Trump. We need Trump to get in there.
Because I want DeSantis to stay in Florida here for get this thing right.
Yeah, he's going after Disney now. And Florida's doing great. Like the slogan is out, "Make America Florida."
Well, he's putting National Guard out there because you know how many Cubans have come up, like 250,000.
Oh yeah,
in the last. The keys are flooded.
Yeah, let them come in the right way. Because you ever order DoorDash? I've never seen anybody who spoke English delivering DoorDash. When it comes to down here, Cuban people, they work. They know what it's like to bust your ass to make a living. Just come the right way. That's all. Because the ones that come across Mexico, they want free stuff. Yeah. In my opinion, the Cubans that we see coming around here, they always work. They always bust their ass to get stuff done for the most part. They actually know what a socialist, communist dictatorship is like. Yes. Not here in America where you can't have drag queens read into your kids.
I know.
These people come from where if you do something wrong, they take you out and your entire family.
Yes.
So let's get some perspective.
I know, it's crazy. Oh, I know, all these people complaining and bitching and stuff. Jeez.
I know, man. Like, you're oppressed because you can't, like, your gay day parade, you can't run down the street with a dildo on your forehead. Like, that's you're oppressed. In any other country in the world, you wouldn't be allowed to. But some of them,
they'd kill you.
You'd be shot dead. Yeah, like, it's insane. Like, there's a thing on who was it? There was someone.
We're the leader of Iran a few years ago at the United Nations. He says, someone asked him about gay people. There's no gay people in Iran.
Yeah.
Because if they are, supposedly they take them off the roof and throw them off.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. That's nuts. And again, my thing is, if you think America's so bad, really go research how the rest of the world is.
No, don't research. Go over there for a couple of years. Sneak into Cuba for a couple of years and see what it's like.
Oh, yeah, no, we're not. Yeah, if everything is great, you're not sneaking over there. Like, I know people love Europe. I've heard multiple times, especially Italy, they have, like, monitored internet. Like, you can only go online. Like, the internet only activates a certain time of the day.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be on all the time. Look at China. For as bad as they are, their kids are not allowed to mindlessly scroll through their phones. They will be shut down. You've been on your phone for too long. Go do the science project and report back to me, or there's going to be a problem.
But there are a few drawbacks of free countries.
Oh, no, for sure.
But
the biggest drawback is the punishment doesn't fit the crime. If
look at Washington, D.C. now, not carjacking and stuff. Well,
I saw a video the other day. There was a guy eating a diner. Some guy came in, held everybody up. The guy turned around. The guy in the booth pulls his gun out. The video stops. And then the guy's handing the wallets back out to the people. And he shot and killed the guy who was robbing the store. And it's unfortunate, but hey, man, you made a mistake. So, and the rules.
These people robbing these places. They're not like OAC sells. Oh, this one bread and milk.
No. Some of them are taking
advantage
of the
TVs
system.
Out of the goddamn
they're
stores.
taking advantage of the system for sure.
No, big time.
No, but these people, what people don't realize or fail to realize at times is the laws also protect the criminals. Okay, because if you are breaking the law and you're in an open carry state or a right to defend yourself state, and you break the law, someone's going to kill you. So don't break the law and you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Like we see down here, I don't know what it is, all the ATVs and all the they run through the streets.
You know, this year they didn't do nothing on Martin Luther King Day.
I don't know why.
That's usually started.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, it's not, I don't know, I have mixed feelings about it, but if you piss the wrong person off and one of these big-ass dually trucks roll through someone, they're going to get that guy in trouble who runs him over instead of, hey, don't ride your dirt bike on the road. You're not allowed to do it. It's illegal.
They're not only riding. They're popping wheelies. They're going in and out of traffic. I watch them.
Oh, no.
Where about my house they go?
It's cool to see to a certain extent if it was allowed. But it's not. It's illegal. And if somebody runs a red light and crushes 30 people, that's going to be a problem. If you enforce the law, these people wouldn't be hurt, in my opinion. There was a kid, I don't know if it was here, or a while back, we read something on the podcast that like a 12-year-old boy was riding he went to the gas station, filled up his dirt bike with...
Yeah, on Christmas.
On Christmas, yeah.
Cop got in trouble.
Yeah, like you stopped the kid.
Where the parents at?
The kid got hit. The kid died.
Yeah, 13 years old.
Yep. Follow the rules.
Going 85 miles an hour on a dirt bike.
Yeah, like what are you supposed to do? Like, don't break the law and you wouldn't be in a position to have a problem.
Why aren't the parents in jail for that?
Oh, I know, man. Listen, there's
I know why, bud.
Well, no. There's an Eminem song, like a while back, people give him crap about his music. He's like, you're mad at me while your daughter's wearing makeup, screaming at the movie with her 12-year-old uncle, but you're mad at me for my lyrics. But nowadays, he got into the machine, and now he's anti all this other stuff. But when he first came out, he was always blaming parents. Don't get mad at me. Tell your kids don't listen to my music. I'm still going to do it. You've got to be parents and tell them, hey, stop this. But nowadays, again, he got into the machine and they switched him up.
See, but nowadays they say your kid has no phone and stuff off TikTok. But they say he's 13, 14. They have friends who go to the house over there. What can you do?
Yeah. You can just say, listen, I'll tell him, whatever mistakes you make, don't let them be catastrophic. Because there's real problems.
Yeah, you're young and dumb when you're 13.
Yeah, remember you can be young and dumb. But don't do something that's going to ruin your life. You know what I mean? Because he had an issue the other day, and we saw something on his phone, and we taught him about it. And we told him, like, listen, it's nothing too bad. It was some like a fight type thing. But just a heads up. If, let's say this was a real fight with real people you knew, and somebody really got in trouble, and then someone say, well, I forward this video out, they're going to come to you and say, where's the video? And if you send it to somebody, you perpetuated violence. And it's like, and to me, you ever go, you know what an accessory is? He's like, no. I go and rob a bank. Mom's in the car. I shoot somebody in the bank. Mom's arrested for murder, same as me. You're an accessory. You're part of the crime. Yeah. I go, so if somebody got really beat up and hurt,
the fact, you can be,
well, that's what I told him. If somebody really got hurt and you had a video and you sent it to someone and you perpetuated the violence, you encouraged it, you'd be in just as much trouble. So the best way is, like, luckily it's just some BS internet video.
Yeah.
The best thing is just don't have it, because you don't know who's around and how they feel about things.
Yes, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, because other people are idiots. Everybody's sad or mad about something, and then most importantly, they're mad that you're not mad enough.
Yes.
And then if you're not mad enough on their level, they're going to go after you because you're not. Like, again, I was saying earlier, I'm trying to do this reel, as shorts, as mini videos for Instagram or YouTube. It's, hi, my name is Billy. This is my black gay neighbor, Steve. Or, hey, I'm Billy. This is Steve. Who's a conservative? Who's a liberal? And who is the benefit of the title? It's for the person who's saying it. The liberal doesn't care that this is black gay Steve. They care, look at me. I have a black neighbor who's gay. Look at me, I'm the best. Where the conservative is, look at Steve. None of the other stuff matters.
Yeah.
So trying to find a way to do that, articulate that funny, and put it out there, because when people give their title to someone, it's for their benefit.
Oh, yeah.
They want look at you, look how tolerable you are.
It's like, I'm not racist. I got black friends. Or,
yeah, like
I don't hate the Jews. I got a Jewish friend.
Like, no, dude, I don't. I have friends. That's it. That's all. I have, like, Steve as a co-host. I don't have black Steve as a co-host. I have Steve. You know what I mean? Like, it's the silliest thing.
But there are people out there to have.
No, I know that, but they have to say it. They've got to say, well, look at me. This is my black gay friend whose mother was a this, that, and the other. I don't need their resume. You're still an a-hole, according to me. I don't care how many black friends you have. You're still an idiot.
That's
Just
right.
have a friend named so-and-so.
That's right. That's crazy world out there.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's getting, it's almost like it was back in the, not 50s, but like 70s.
No,
60s.
the liberals would have you think we still live in 100 years ago.
But like, every time I see a clip of Whoopi Goldberg, she got all the chains like last week or something.
I know. She got a new show that's out now.
She's one of the 1%ers in the history of this world. That's like 80 billion people. She's a 1%er. A fraction of a 1%er.
Yeah.
As far as privilege and money and all crap like that. And she's bitching and moaning.
Everything that America is against, black women, she's overweight. Also, Oprah, she might have thought, at one point, people thought Whoopi Goldberg might have been a lesbian. That's what's out there. Everybody likes to blame other people, but they all are upset that they're held back, and people don't realize they're speaking from the podium, that they're held back. Like, you were speaking
victimhood.
Yeah, like how can someone look and say, how is Whoopi Goldberg a victim? Like, she's a millionaire actress, TV show host. What are you talking about?
How many people would cross their arm and just be on TV like that every day?
Oh yeah, I know. And she's talking about the press. So my thing is, that people buy into it. Why aren't you saying, hey, hold on a second, you're what you're saying that we can't be? But we're looking at you. We know you. We know we can make it. How are you telling me I can't when you already did? It's because she wants to keep her seat and let no one have it. That's all.
It's like when John Kerry says, I have to fight airplanes. I'm doing important work.
Yeah. I know, right? These people.
He's a crazy ass. They all are.
All right, that's it, everybody. That's 140. We got sports. We got some politics in there. What is today, Friday?
Friday.
Have a great weekend.
Enjoy the football.
Yeah, and we'll recap football on Monday. You guys have a good one.
Yes. America first. Am I off?